The Empire has cloned the Zillo Beast, you guys, and we're going to talk about that and so much more. But first up, what's going on? Welcome back to Sector for Nerds. I'm Ryan Brower, and today I'm here to chat with you guys about the Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 11, Metamorphosis. Now, before we do that, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Because both Mandalorian Season 3 and Bad Batch Season 2 are going on at the same time, we're going to be doing one discussion video on Wednesdays and the other on Thursdays. I ended up doing the Mando video yesterday because given it was the first episode, it was the season premiere, I felt that was going to be the one that we should do first, but it's subject to change every week. It just kind of depends on like which episode I feel has a bigger point of discussion, which episode excited me more, stuff like that. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel so you never miss any content from me. I'm on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of this year. If we do that, we will do a watch party live stream of an entire Star Wars trilogy. We won't be able to show the footage because copyright, of course. But if we reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, we will do a watch party live stream. It'll be your guys' choice. I'll put up a poll down the line of which trilogy we should watch together, but I'm very excited, you guys. I want to reach 1,000 subscribers so bad, so if you guys could do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't yet, it would be greatly appreciated. All right, you guys, let's talk about this episode. Let's talk about the return of the Zillo Beast. When I saw the creature, like the first time, I'm like, is there a chance that that's like a baby Zillo Beast or something like that? And I just remember sitting there thinking like, you know, Pelps wanted to clone the Zillo Beast, but we've never seen that story pay off. Like we never saw what they were really doing with that. And then it actually happened. And when the creature grew and it looked exactly like the Zillo Beast from Clone Wars, I was like, oh shit. I really enjoyed this episode, you guys. Between the premiere episode for Season 3 of Mandalorian and this episode, we got two really good episodes of Star Wars content this week. What a time to be a fan of Star Wars. They end up putting it to sleep, the clones do. They put it to sleep the same way that they did in Clone Wars with those beams, right? That made it, that kind of like weakened its armor and put it into a deep sleep. I'm pretty sure I saw Scorch it several times in this episode, so it's good to see him again. And then I wondered, like, okay, these people all just lost power. Like, why are we taking them away? Or like, are we moving them somewhere else? And then I thought, like, especially at the end, oh, wait, they're all witnesses to what happened. And if this is going to be like a top secret project, then we can't let anybody know about it, I guess. As far as a Bad Batch member for the week, you guys, and for those who don't know, or for those who haven't been watching weekly, I like to do a segment on my channel with these Bad Batch videos where we kind of center it on a specific character that I feel like really stood out this week in terms of like the clones of Clone Force 99. And I feel like once again, you guys, it's got to go to Tech. Tech has been a standout, not just in this episode, but almost all season he's really been standing out. I feel like in Season 1, he had his standout moments to shine, but it felt like it was more in the shadows a little bit while some of the other characters we're getting more spotlight. But this season, you guys, has been very tech heavy. Him being the one to do all the investigating and figuring out that this is a Zillo Beast and what it is that the Empire is up to, figuring out at the end as well, like when he has that conversation with Hunter, there's more going on here that we realized. Hunter's credit too. He in that last moment where he kind of has like that spot where he just stands there and he's kind of quiet. And then he kind of turns around and says, send the information to Echo and Rex. And then it kind of hit me, oh, is Hunter finally coming around and realizing that these guys need to get into the fight? And going back to Tech, he's been spending a lot more time with Omega as well. Like last season, it was a lot more Hunter and Omega, but this season, they've really been exploring the relationship between Tech and Omega as well, which I really appreciate. We go back to that Imperial facility that we see at the very end of Bad Batch Season 1, the one where I said, I'm not sure if I really care about this, which is kind of ironic because now I do kind of care about the storyline and seeing like where it goes. We see that Nala Se is kept prisoner there, right? As we kind of saw evident at the end of Season 1. We find out that she's not really cooperating with the Empire. She doesn't want to help them. And that's where the one doctor that's there says, bring me Prime Minister Lama Su. Which the first thing I wrote down in my notes when it came to that was, he's still alive? Because I remember that Rampart said that thing at the one episode, a scientist I have use for, a politician I do not. Which I thought that meant like, oh, they're just going to kill him right there and then. But they're not going to show it. But no, he's actually still alive. And we get to see him physically at the end of the episode. And of course, he kind of rats out the Bad Batch, right? Because he's like, the way that you get her attention, the way that you get her to cooperate, is if you go after this little girl. Of course, referencing Omega. Lamasu's just interested in his own freedom and not being held captive. He doesn't really care about anybody. And after that conversation, I wrote down in my notes, that's how they're gonna get Nalase to cooperate. In one of these next couple episodes, they're gonna capture Omega, and I mean, as far as like what else they're cloning, right? So they're obviously focusing on the Zillo Beast stuff right now, right? And weaponizing that. Is that all there is to this? I mean, I say, is that all? Obviously, it's a very big deal. They're trying to weaponize it, which is a very big deal. I just wonder if there's anything else that's going on. Because Tech also mentioned, right, it was never, them blowing up Camino was never about ending cloning. It was all about them simply controlling it. So they clone the Zillo Beast, they weaponize it. What are they going to weaponize it for? Is that just going to be like for Star Destroyers? Would it, you know, is that how we introduce those things into the fold? Is it something like for the Death Star project? Very curious, you guys. Very, very curious. I think pretty soon we're going to get an episode about Rex and Echo, or if not, then we're going to at least have them reuniting with Bad Batch again, because I think, like I said before, I think Hunter's finally coming around to what's going on. Yeah, you guys, I think that's all I've got to say about this episode. Like I said, I thought it was really good. And now for the next couple weeks, we're going to have both a Mando episode and a Bad Batch episode to talk about. So very, very exciting times. Obviously, more work to be done on my end as I have to create more videos, but it's something that I enjoy doing, so I'm excited. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap us up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't checked out my thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1, highly encourage you guys go and check out that video. Also, make sure you guys head over to my other channel called Top 10 Character Moments and subscribe there as well. Like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys next time.